Hello, welcome back to Die Rolling. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and I'm here in the Weird West, trying to survive yet another encounter with the zombie hordes of Zombicide Undead or Alive. Well, this time I'm going to try to check out the town and also destroy the train, which is full of zombies, which is never a good idea. Yeah, so let's see if I can do it. Mission 2, Attempt 1. Zombie train. We was given this little town the once over when the train rolled in, steam gone and the dang thing deader than a zombie. What happens then? Zombies. The entire dang train was full of them. But hang on now, that there's a Gatling gun up in the coal tender. Woo! Time to light 'em up. So, class limitations. This is the first time we've had this. We cannot have brawlers in this, so I've had to change the party up a little bit. Which, to be fair, after the last mission, it might be a good thing. So, what are our objectives? We've got to gather the posse and blow up the zombie train. So we've got to accomplish the objectives in any order to win this game. So first of all, we have to gather our posse by rallying all companions and keeping them alive. Now, companions is something new in this version of Zombicide, or at least it might be in Zombicide Season 2. I've not played that, but at least this is the first time I've seen this in a Zombicide game. So what that basically means is we've got our 6 survivors there, and we have every single brawler in the core game over here. So we have to spend an action in their zone to actually get them to join us. So we essentially have to get over there and get them to join our posse. Blow up the zombie train. Throw dynamite at each mobile spawn zone. So we have 2 mobile spawn zones on the train. The train is immobile, so it's not going to be moving anywhere. This is what our board currently looks like, by the way. So yeah, you can see we've got these 2 orange spawn zones to do. The abomination spawns down here in the graveyard. And we also have to secure the area. That's the last objective, and that's make all corpse piles safe. So what that basically means is these white ones here, we need to flip them over to the right side. And by the right side, I mean we just have to make them inactive, or in this case, just remove them from the game. And we can do that by spending holy water in those zones, which is why I got 2 faithful characters with me this time around, because I thought it'd be more easier. Not more easier, but easier to actually do this if I had 2 people who could use regular water as holy water. So we've got the 4 brawler companions in the zone at the end. The mission, in this mission, the trains are mobile. Each objective gives 5 adrenaline points and the top bounty weapon, if there are any left, to the survivor who takes it. The survivor may reorganize their inventory for free. Bigger gun. The Gatling gun can be fired but cannot be moved. And blowing up the zombie train. Both mobile spawn zones cannot be moved with holy water. The only way to move them to the starting spawn zone is to throw dynamite in their zone. In that case, move the mobile spawn zone to the starting spawn zone and flip the train tile to its railroad side. Any zombies on the train tile are eliminated. Survivors on the train tile are moved to the closest street zone before the tile is placed. So we just have to do this, and as soon as we've done all those, it's the end of the game. Now, I don't know whether you can have multiple companions with 1 survivor, so I'm just going to play this. Each companion has to go with a different survivor. Right, let's talk about our posse. So, to begin with, you are aware of Hannah. We've had her before. Hannah is a townsfolk person. She has the marksman ability, which means that when she's shooting into a zone, she can basically ignore friendly fire damage, and she can also choose who she attacks, which is handy when there are brutes in those zones, because brutes need level 2 damage weapons to be able to kill them, and they normally just soak up any bullets going into that zone. So that's Hannah in red this time. You of course know Trixie, who's our good old jumper, so she can basically move up to 2 zones within line of sight as an action, and she's jumping all over the place, but she does have to have line of sight in those zones to be able to do that. She's starting with a pan as opposed to a rifle this time around, because I don't actually have any melee characters at the moment. So that's our first 2, that's Trixie and Hannah. You of course know Concepcion, who is our faithful character from last time. She can use an action to do evade retro to place a token on a zone, and anyone who's in that zone won't activate that turn. She also gets a +1 to dice roll in combat to anything that's in that zone, which is pretty helpful. That's the only 3 people from the last one, because we had 2 brawlers and we also had Turner, who is a gunslinger. I decided this time around we're not going to take any gunslingers into this mission. I thought it'd be more prudent to actually have townsfolk who are able to search a location twice to try and get these dynamites and these holy waters out quickly. And I also thought it makes sense to have another faithful, because they can try and slow down the oncoming zombie hordes. So let's have a look at our new guys. So we have Zeb, we have Jeb, you call him Zeb then. Jeb, who is in yellow. He has the point blank ability, which basically means he can ignore the range on weapons, so he can shoot in the same zone he's in, which is helpful. We have Jimmy, who's got a +1 to his max range. So at the moment, he's got a fairly decent Springfield. It's got a range of 1 to 3, but still you need a 5 or more to hit, which isn't so decent. And we have Thomas, who is this guy with in purple, who's got this lovely kind of big cross there. And with Thomas, he gets +1 damage in combat in VR zones. So if we can put a Evade Retro token on a zone with a Brute, he only needs a level 1 weapon to kill them and a level 2 weapon to kill an Abomination. So as always, I'm going to shuffle up all the cards so you know that I'm not stacking the deck. Granted, these aren't going off camera, so I could be stacking the deck. But yeah, you're just going to have to trust me, guys, I guess. I'm just botching this already. Right, okay, well, I know there's a pickaxe at the bottom of the deck, so that sucks. Right, so then we have our zombies, so we're going to shuffle these guys up. Now, in previous Zombicides, there is a kind of rule where you can actually go through these numerically, starting from 1 all the way through to however many cards there are there, and it's supposed to kind of help with the difficulty level. I don't know if they've got that this time. They do have numbers on the cards, but I'm not sure if they actually have that this time around. And our bounty weapons, I'm looking away, I'm going 3, 2, 1, go. So, gain 3 adrenaline points or more in a single action with a pistol or dual pistols. Now, currently, I cannot do this because I have 0 pistols out on the board. So that is the setup. Everyone, let's talk about who's got what. So actually, I do have pistols on the board. My faithful characters have pistols. These guys have rifles, and Trixie has a pan. So I can do that, gain 3 adrenaline points or more in a single action with a pistol, but not this first round, because obviously we're not, we're not going to be able to do that because there's not going to be any zombies out this first round. So let us begin. So, Concepcion actually has our first player kind of token. So we're going to get her to go into here. She's then going to do a search. She finds some dynamite. We know where she's going. And then she moves into this zone here. Next, we have Trixie. So Trixie is going to go into here. As a townsfolk person, she can search location twice. She finds a holy water. Really helpful there, Trixie. Well done. And she's going to search again. She finds plenty of shells, which means people get to re-roll, with any rifle weapons. Okay, so next is Jimmy. Jimmy's going in here. We're going to do double search with Jimmy as well. He's also townsfolk. He finds some dynamite. Great, we can blow this train up already, guys. And plenty of bullets, so anyone with pistols can re-roll. I was going to say re-reload again. Next is Thomas. So Thomas is going to move into this zone. He's going to search once. He finds some holy water, which is fantastic, and he's going to move out again. And next we have Hannah. So Hannah's going to move in the zone. She's a townsfolk person. She can search twice. She finds a tomahawk, so we've got our first melee weapon there, which is pretty helpful. And she searches again, and she finds some water, which if we give to one of the holy people and one of the faithful, they'll be able to use this as holy water. Right, finally we have Jeb. I'm going to keep calling him Zeb. I don't know why. He finds some dynamite. He searches again, and he finds some more dynamite. So we are absolutely tooled up with dynamite, which is fantastic. I think you will agree, guys. Okay, so our first spawn is going to be happening down here. And what horrific thing do we have? 2 walkers, which is not too bad, to be fair. I'm fairly happy with having 2 walkers out. So we've got 2 walkers. Okay, we're going to go to this mobile spawn point there, and then this one, and then that's it, unless we get an abomination come out. Actually, in fact, we would have the abominations over here, so we've now actually passed this zone. So if we do have an abomination, this isn't going to flip. Well, we're not going to spawn from this anyway. So up here, we find 2 walkers. So these guys are just like coming off of the train here. And And for our final spawn point just up here, we get 2 brutes. So we've got our very first big guys out on the board. And as always, their sculpt is ridiculously complex for what they are. Okay, so we're in a good position here, to be fair. The first player token moves over to Trixie. Trixie is going to move here for 1. She's then going to jump into this zone as her second action. And then she's going to move into this zone as her third and final action for this round. Okay, so because she's currently got Holy Water, and as soon as we get in here, we can basically get rid of this spawn point, which is pretty helpful. Okay, so next is Jimmy. So Jimmy found some dynamite, and he also found some bullets. I feel like we should probably start getting Jimmy moving. So we're going to get... We need some better weapons, though. So we're actually going to search first. Plenty of shells, so at least he gets to reload, I guess. 1, 2, that's the end of his go. Next, we have Thomas. So Thomas is going to... So Thomas has currently got Holy Water and a pistol. So let's get him going this way. So he's moving in there for 1. As soon as we move into one of these zones, this spawn becomes active. His second action, he's going to move into here. He's then, as a free action, going to discard this Holy Water, which is going to get rid of this spawn point. We also get 5 adrenaline points for doing so. And then we're going to search in this zone. And he finds plenty of bullets, which he has a pistol, so that works out pretty well. Okay, so we've got Hannah. Hannah, who's got Springfield. She's got water and a tomahawk. She's going to search once. She finds some water. She's going to move into this zone here, and she's going to trade to give both these waters over to Concepcion. Okay, it's Jeb's turn. Double dynamite Jeb. He may as well search whilst he's in there. He finds a machete, which is great news. He's going to search again, and he finds Holy Water. And then he's all tooled up now, so he's going to move out there. And Concepcion is our final character, who has not activated yet. So, you know what? What's she got on her? So Concepcion's got dynamite, and she's got water, so she can actually take out some of these zones, these spawn zones. So we're going to get Concepcion to basically just move into the same space as Trixie. Okay, so the bang token was still around here. So this is the noisiest zone currently. So let's activate some zombies, guys. So if we take a look, which are the quickest route? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so these guys are going to go this way. These guys are just going to come out of this doorway here. Well, actually, they're going to go out this way, aren't they? That's one step closer. These guys are going to also move along this way. And let's do our spawning. So as long as we don't get an abomination here, we don't have to worry about the abomination spawn here. But you know what's going to happen. Abomination. So we have our first abomination out on the board. The graveyard has now become not a great place. We've got 2 runners coming out of the graveyard. Up here, the spawn point, we get 4 brutes. And then finally, this middle one here, the abomination gets activated again. So the abomination is going to go the same way because that's the way we feel he's going to head. And then that is then onto our guys. So Jimmy is actually going to be going first this time. And part of me thinks he should just get on this Gatling gun and start shooting these guys. So yeah, 1, 2, and then he's going to roll 3 dice, and we'll do our first fail of the day, guys. So we needed 4s to hit, and we got 0 4s. So he's shooting away there, and yeah, it doesn't do anything. We've got a big boom in there and everything, but yeah, it didn't work out too well for Jimmy there. Right, so it's Thomas's turn. So Thomas is obviously down here. I don't really want to take this because that's going to make him into yellow level, and at the moment, we're okay for... We don't really want to do that. So we're going to get him to search. He finds a machete, which is great news. He's going to then move back out this way. Next is Hannah. Hannah Sandwich. Right, Hannah has got a tomahawk. She's got... Yeah, she's not got great weapons, if I'm honest. So, do you know what? Let's do this. She's going to go there for 1, there for 2, and we're going to pick this up for her third action there. Giving her 5 experience points, and she gets the volcanic pistol. So she's got a bit of a better weapon now. Our next weapon, bounty weapon, is gain 10 AP or more with a dynamite. Probably not going to happen, guys. Right, we're on to Stabby Dynamitey Jeb. So, Jeb's currently over here. We're going to go 1. Oh, I can't get into there to attack in time. 2, 3. We're going to go in there to just assist because I'm fairly certain we're going to have an issue over here. So Jeb's in there. He's got his machete. He's got 2 lots of dynamite. He can't do anything with it because he doesn't quite have the action to do this. So Concepcion is going to try and stand in for this. So she's going to go there for 1. Now she doesn't have line of sight on this space as far as I'm aware. So she's going to go there for 2. Her third action, she's going to place Vade Retro. So at the very least, if they do activate through an extra activation, they're going to appear in this zone, and then hopefully Jeb can take them out with his machete. So that's Concepcion. We go to Trixie. Trixie is going to move into... well, actually, do you know, Trixie is going to jump around. So she jumps into this zone here. We spawn the spawn as a free action for a free action, not a second action. So she's going to discard this. She gets 5 experience points for getting rid of this corpse pile. And it's a sunny old day here in sunny old Warsaw, so we've got some lovely shadows to contend with now. But you know, it's the Wild West. You know, it's going to be the sun's kind of rising and setting and all that jazz. Okay, so that was Trixie's first action to jump. She's then going to spend an action, and we're going to grab the little kid. So she has got Casey. Now, when you have one of these guys as a companion, you actually get their ability. So she now has the charge ability, and she's going to search while she is in there, and she finds plenty of bullets. That's the end of the round, so zombies are going to activate. Now, these brutes don't activate. But these guys over here go. These brutes move up onto this spawn zone. Our abomination. That's the loudest zone. How's the quickest way for him to get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's quicker going this way. So these guys are going to move this way. Oof. And the runners are just going to be running out as quickly as they possibly can as the sun rises. Okay, so let's do some spawning. Why not? So in our first zone there, we get the abomination activates 1 more time. Doof. Okay, I'm not too concerned about him. Famous last words. So now onto our abomination spawn point. And we get 4 brutes. Still just these low-level guys because we're still in blue zone. I've been trying to manage this as best as possible. So our spawn zone over here, we get abomination activates 1 more time, so he's now in the same zone as Father Thomas. And our final spawn zone, we get 4 runners. Once again, not too concerned. We should probably be able to take all these guys out with dynamite. And it's Thomas's go first. So Thomas is actually in the zone with the abomination, which is not a nice place to be. But he does have Vade Retro. He also has a machete, which means if he manages to hurt the abomination, he'll be doing additional damage to it. And the machete does 2 damage. So he just needs to get a 3 or more to kill the abomination. Miss. Miss. So now we are screwed because that abomination, I don't think we have anybody else who can take that out currently. So yeah, Father Thomas is in a bad state of affairs, unfortunately. Okay, so Hannah's turn. We're gonna move Hannah this away. She's gonna shoot at these guys. So she has a volcanic pistol, which is 3 weapons. 3 weapons? 3 dice. And we got 2 explosions, 2 dynamite, which is the number 6 on here. So ba-bam, these guys are gone. Hannah is on 7 experience points now, so she has gone up to the next level. She's an additional action. So 1 to move, 2 to shoot. We're going to do a 3 to search. Colt SAA now, she's getting some pistols. And she's going to do another search, and she finds a Remington. None of her as good as her volcanic pistol, though. Okay, on to Jeb, the Jeb man. So, Jebediah, what are you going to do, dude? Well, I think it's very clear what he's going to do. You chuck some dynamite into this zone here. Ba-boom! I should have moved the bang token over to there, but then it goes over to here because we've had dynamite. So that does 4 experience points for Jeb. He's going to move for his next action. Then he's going to chuck some dynamite in for his next action. Into there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's got another action left. So it's 1 action to move into there. Sorry, 1 action to throw dynamite. 2nd action to move into there. 3rd action to throw dynamite. He has 1 action left. He's got machete and some holy water. So we're going to get him to head out this way now. So Concepcion is going to go 1. She's going to go 2. And she's got some dynamite. So guess what, guys? Bugagoosh. 3rd action is chucking the dynamite into the final carriage there. We've done one of the first objectives here, which is getting rid of all of these. Okay, so I've just realized something I've done slightly wrong there. So let's rewind a little bit. So when we actually had Bumble Squat. Okay, so got to rewind, guys. I'm sorry. So dynamite's got to go back. Okay, so when Jeb blew up this carriage, it gets rid of the train. So then he's essentially out into this zone now. This is all one big zone. So he's got 1 action left here. And that action is going to be, let's just put this back up here. We're going to carry on. He's going to move over here. Now, I think this is technically this square here is technically 1 big square, actually. So he instead is going to, we're going to say when he blew up the train, we moved to the street side. He's then going to move there. So he's actually, there, because that means he's actually close to the door he needs to get to. So yeah, so it's now Concepcion's go. She's not going to have enough actions to get all the way and blow it up. But you know what? We're going to give it a go. So she's going to go 1. She's going to go 2. And she's going to stay there in case we get double activations there. Because I've been taken out by double activations in the past. So, yeah, she's just going to stay there. That's all she's going to do. Right, it's up to Trixie now. So Trixie is over there. We may as well 1 into here. She's going to grab this for 5 AP. She gets herself up to the next level. So she's now on yellow. And she gets this Henry repeater. So she has this now. So there's 1 to move in there. 2nd one to do that. 3rd, she's going to move there. And then she's going to jump into this zone here, which she can do. Our next bounty weapon is the Colt Buntline. Gain 3 AP or more by killing zombies at range 2 or more in a single turn. Okay, it's Jimmy's turn. Jimmy is going to go with Concepcion. He's over there. He's going to try and help out. And then we're back to Father Thomas, and that's the end of the round. So we took out a lot of zombies in that one. We have Abomination activates, but stops him. We do have 4 brutes, however, in the graveyard who are moving on up. Okay, so our first spawn, so if we go this way around, so first spawn we get, all brutes get an extra activation. The loudest zone, sorry guys, I seem to have misplaced the boom token. The loudest zone, of course, would be this zone here. So for our second spawn point, all walkers get extra activation, but we don't have any walkers out on the board, so that worked out well. Our area there, please not abomination. We have 4 walkers appearing out of the graveyard. Oh, and I forgot to move these ladies. They should have moved, and they would have got an extra activation, so they are actually currently in this zone here. Sorry guys, I missed that. And then we have this over here. 4 runners. Okay, this is doable. I have a good feeling about this. Okay, so we're on to the next round, and Hannah is now our person who's in charge. Now, she can't actually take out these brutes because she doesn't have a weapon for that. So she's going to search. She finds plenty of bullets. That's no good to her. She's going to search one more time. She finds holy water, which, you know, is helpful, but so we're going to actually get rid of the Remington. Sorry, the Colt SAA. The last action, she's going to move backwards, backing away from the oncoming zombies. Next, we have Jeb. Jebediah. So Jeb is going to trade with Trixie to give her a holy water. He's then going to move in here for 1 action. He's going to move in there for his 3rd action. For his 4th action, he's going to get, so 1 action to trade, 2nd to move, 3 to move into there. 4th action, he's going to get May to assist him. So May is now his companion. Right, we're on to Concepcion. And Concepcion is going to finish this off. She's going to move in there for 1. She's then going to throw dynamite into that area there, getting 4 experience points. Because I don't think we get experience points for relocating this. Normally you do, but I don't think we do in this case because it's not holy water, it's a dynamite. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments below, guys. So she's blowing that up. So that was the 2nd action there. She's then going to use her Vade Retro on the brute. That's the end of her go. Okay, so next is Trixie. Trixie is going to go... She's got 4 actions, so this works out okay. So she's over here. She's going to jump into this zone for 1 action. The 2nd action, she's going to move into here. 3rd action, she moves into here. This turns that way around. She uses the holy water she got from Jeb to get rid of this. She gets 5 experience points. And we don't spawn the one that's over here because you only spawn on the tile you're currently in. That is my understanding. If I'm incorrect, let me know in the comments below, guys. She's on 15 experience points at this point. She is kicking butt. That's the end of her go. Wait. 1 to jump. 2 to move down the zone. 3 to move down the zone. She actually has 1 action left because discarding isn't an action. So she searches, she finds some just regular water. Which, you know, she's going to discard. Get herself 3 experience points. She's on 18. 1 more and she's in the orange zone. Next is Jimmy. Jimmy lad, what are you going to get up to? Jimmy's going to start getting, going for a survivor. So he's going to go 1, 2, sorry, 1, because I think this is all 1 zone. So we could say he's there, to be fair. 1, 2, he's only 1 more action left. 3, Jimmy's in there. Well done, Jimmy. Proud of you. Now we go to Thomas. Thomas is not in a good place. He is going to spend 1 action to use his Vade Retro. And we're going to roll, and hopefully he's going to do at least... Oh, he needs to kill at least 2 of these guys. He gets +1 damage in combat when he attacks in his zone. Nothing. He's taken out the Abomination. So that gets him 5 experience points. He's now on yellow zone, so he gets an additional action. Our spawn point over here is now no longer a spawn. And now, with his last action, he's going to attack again. And he takes out another one. Happy days. And that's the end of the round for the heroes. So, she doesn't activate. Whoop. These guys don't activate. Whoop. But these guys do. I must remember to do sound effects for all you guys who enjoy hearing me making random noises. So, down here, our first zone, we have the Abomination is back. He's not happy that he just got taken out so easily by Father Tomas. Next, we have spawning over here. We have 6 walkers. Okay, and then this spawn zone here, we get Abomination activates again. Noisiest zone is over here, so he's going to head this way. Our spawn point over here, which is our last spawn point, we get Abomination activates one more time. One more time. And he's now in the same zone as Concepcion. Boom, boom, boom. Jeb's first, and Jeb, who's all the way over there, what's he going to do with his time, eh? So Jeb is going to move once. He's going to search. He finds a knife, which is going to be helpful for his machete. He gets an additional dice when he's rolling with that. So 1 to move, 2 to search, 3 to move into there, 4 to move into this zone here. The noisiest zone, sorry, should have been wherever they were, so over there. So Concepcion's turn. She's going to spend an action to do Evade Retro on the zone she is in. Ooh, and then another 2 actions to move herself into this zone here. Next we have Trixie, who is up the top here. She's going to need some holy water, so she's going to search. She finds a cot SAA. She searches one more time. She finds a Remington. Neither of those any good for what she needed to do. So she's going to move over here for a 3rd action. Actually, you know what? She's going to stay on that one because we can try and take some damage off of if Concepcion gets attacked by an Abomination. Right, Jimmy's turn. So Jimmy's up there. He's got dynamite. We need dynamite down the bottom here. But yeah, Jimmy's not up there. He's going up here. 1, he's going to grab Henry. 2, 3. So it's just Carl left. Next we have Thomas. So Thomas is going to try and take out this one with his machete. Yep, 1 go. Deaded. So, what could we do with him? I know what we can do. So, 1 action, it was to shoot. 2, 3, 4. He's in there. Hannah's turn. Right, Hannah is going to search. She finds a Schofield, which is enough to do damage to these guys, which is really helpful. So we're going to get rid of the Remington now. She's going to search one more time. She finds water, which she'll discard straight away to get her 3 experience points. And then she's going to move this away, that away. So she's all the way over there now. And that's the end of the round for the survivors. So Fade Retro's gone. Noisy zone's at the top, so these guys are going to move into that zone there. All these guys are basically just shuffling forward. Okay, so let's see what we spawn. So over here, the first thing we spawn is our Abomination. So he's got line of sight on these guys, so he is going to actually move into that zone, I believe. So he's gone into there. That is my understanding of how that would work. So next spawn zone, we get 4 brutes. Next spawn zone, we get 4 brutes. Final spawn zone, we get... Oh, that's just my rules for the bowler hat abomination, so it wasn't that. We get 6 walkers. Okay, and our first player this time is Concepcion. So, actually, Concepcion is able to do 2 actions to move into this zone, which brings this. As a free action, she's going to discard her water, which is holy water for her cases. So she's got rid of that spawn point. She gets 5 experience points. So it costs her 2 actions to move out to that zone, because there is an abomination in that zone. It was free to get rid of that, so she's got 2 actions left. So she's going to play the Vade Retro on that zone there. And then she's going to move into this zone here. Okay, Trixie's turn. It's going to cost her 2 actions to move out of that zone, which is fine. So she's going to go 2 actions into this area here. And then she's going to move back this way. So she's in this zone with these guys. Jimmy's turn. Jimmy is going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to shoot on this. And he's got line of sight on these guys here. So he's rolling 3 dice, 4 more are hits. 1 hit, well done. And the boom token is in this area here. I'm sorry guys, I've not been moving this at the end of the round. I need to be doing that more often. So we take out 1 of these guys. Well done, Jimmy, you've finally done something, mate. I'm really proud of you. Okay, so it's on to Thomas now. Thomas is going to place a Vade Retro token as well. So we're going to try count. So we're going to try and take out these brutes. We do +1 damage, so we're actually doing 3 damage for each of these that hits. And we got 2 of them. Well done, Thomas. I'm quite enjoying Thomas. He's going to attack again. And yeah, he takes out another one. There'll be Thomas's go all spent up, I think. So it's on to Hannah. Hannah's over here. She's going to... I like her searching for stuff, so she's going to go into here for 1. She's going to search. She finds a knife. Searches again, and she finds some water. She's going to discard the water to get herself 3 experience points straight away. And she'll just get rid of the knife she's got, because she doesn't need it. And then we're on to Jeb. Jeb is going to move into this zone here. And he's going to give Father Thomas May. So Father Thomas now has May, so that's his 2nd action, 3rd action, 4th action into there. That's the end of the round. So remove the Vade Retro tokens. And we get a proper zombie horde coming through the streets. It's always lovely to see. So everything's moved. Let's do our spawn points. Now my understanding is we still need to get Carl, who's up there, and then we also need to get rid of this this one here by killing the abomination. That is my understanding. I may be incorrect, but that's how I'm going to be playing mission 2. Because it said to make all of them safe. So I believe that is also one on ones. It counts. So our first zone here we have 4 brutes. Next in this zone here we have 4 runners. Not how many runners this time. I'm saying that now, and now we're getting all the runners. You know, that's just how it works in Zombicide. Next, we get 4 runners again. Sure, they're running the wrong way, but what does it matter? And a lovely sunny, hello guys, a lovely sunny day behind me. And perfect time to be indoors playing board games, guys. Finally, we have all runners get an extra activation. Will that mess us over? No, it will not, because the runners can only get into this zone here, so that's not done us too bad. And our abomination is exactly where we wanted him to be. Okay, so the first player token moves around. Trixie is our first player this time. So Trixie's going to take out this abomination. Well, as long as my maths is correct here. So Trixie's going to spend 1 action to move into this zone here. Now, she's going to send a second action. Ah, no, she won't have enough to do it. Okay, we're just going to try and take out some of these guys. So boom token went to a bang token, but it's about to go into boom again because we're using our Gatling gun onto this zone here. So she's rolling 3 dice. She got 1 hit off of that. So we take out regular guys first. She's now into orange level, which means we can make her gunslinger or we can give her a +1 free ranged action. So we'll make her a free range action. So that's 1. Third action. She gets another one. Doof. Fourth action. Took out 3 of them. Doof, doof, doof. And she gets a free range action, so she's going to use her pistol, her Remington, which is a 0 to 2 range. So she has, she doesn't have a range on it, so she can't use that. But she does have her Henry repeater. So she can get up to 3 spaces, so she can hit someone in that zone. And it's actually 3 dice. And I miss on all 3 of them, so perfect. So she shoots again. We don't put a bang token because the boom was the biggest. It's Jimmy's turn. Jimmy's going to hand over the dynamite to Father Thomas. Then he's going to start shooting into this crowd. So, second action, he takes out 3 of these guys. Douche, douche, douche. His third action, he's going to attack again. Takes out 1 of them. Douche. That's all the walker's gone from there. Well done, Jimmy. It's Thomas's turn now. So, Thomas. 1 action, 2 action, 3 action. His 4th action is to chuck the dynamite into the zone with the abomination, which blows him up to smithereens. The spawn point down here is now inactive. We get 5 experience points for that. Put him into just into orange zone there, so he's now a marksman, or he gets +1 free combat action in evade retro area. We'd go for that last one. Next is Hannah. 1, 2, 3. She's got another action. Let's move her into there with everyone else. Hey, everybody. And then Jeb's turn. So, Jeb. 1, his second action is to grab him. That, my friends, is the end of this. We've finally done it. So, we have rallied all companions and kept them alive. Yep. Throw dynamite each mobile spawn zone. Yep. Make all corpse piles safe. Yes. It feels nice to actually manage to win one of these. Well, first try. That's fantastic. It's not often I manage to do something correctly and the first try, so maybe I made a mistake somewhere. If you did spot anything, let me know in the comments below. Overall, I enjoyed that. There is one rule I forgot, which was escalation. So when you're on a Gatling gun and you're shooting away, you should actually get an additional dice the next time you roll, and then an additional die, and it just gets more and more kind of, if that makes sense. I'm really enjoying this. I am playing this where I do have to go through a particular order, so I start with one player and go round and round and round, then the next round I move that on, and that does make it a bit more challenging, but I'm enjoying the challenge. If you've enjoyed this video, then stay tuned, because we'll be doing mission 3 in the not too distant future, and we'll see if I can finally manage to get my way out of this hellhole that I'm in, this Wild West town. However, there's like 10 missions in Zombicide, so I imagine I'll teleport out of here once I've done 10 missions. But yeah, until next time, guys, make sure you find us on our various different social medias, our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube, our Twitter, and our TikTok. And until next time, I've been the ever excitable Adam. Stay safe or die rolling.